Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my classic USFL franchise with the New Orleans Breakers. We're in week 9 now, and we have a 3-5 record after our win against Tampa Bay last week. This week we have a rematch against the Shreveport Pirates, who are leading the division at 5-2. A team we previously lost to earlier in the season by 10 points on the road. And we haven't been home this time for our 5th consecutive home game, which is kind of weird. The Madden scheduling, the way Madden schedules is kind of weird, but it is our 5th home game in a row. And obviously, if we can win this game, it'll put us back in contention for the division. So let's go ahead and do a preview of the Shreveport Pirates. So the Pirates are led by Aaron Anderson, who is having a MVP-like year. He has 17 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions on the season. It certainly helps him to have 2 of the best wide receivers in the franchise in Zach Pickens and Tremaine Woodard. If we look at our previous matchup with Shreveport, I believe it was in week 4, Woodard and Pickens just killed us. They had a combined 13 receptions for 251 yards receiving and 4 touchdowns. So their offense begins and ends with the passing game with those 2 receivers, as both of those receivers are 90, they're over 90 overall. So of course we lost 42-32, so it was a highly offensive style game. Justin Herbert had a good game as well, completing 70% of his passes for 3 touchdowns. So I expect a similar type game this time, maybe not quite as high scoring, as our defense has been playing better than it was earlier in the season. The good news for us is we're getting healthier. Perriman, our starting running back, and Martavis Moore, our starting wide receiver, are going to be back for this game. So our injury report is only has 1 player on it now, Nelson Burrow, one of our backup wide receivers. So I think we definitely have a chance to win this game. We are a 3.5-point underdog, and I think we have a shot at winning this game. Let's go ahead and go into the Madden trainer and see how the team practiced during the week. All right, we're in the Madden trainer tool, and it was definitely a better week of practice for the Breakers this week than it was last week. Some of the highlights: Paul Vernon got a +1 to his carrying ability to bring it to 90 and bringing his overall to 75. That puts him within 1 point overall of Derek Perriman. So that's pretty remarkable that he's almost caught up with Perriman, where Perriman, I think, had a 3 or 4 point gap on him at one point. So between Paul Vernon improving and Derek Perriman regressing, they're almost the same now. Stephon Westbrook, our starting middle linebacker, our star middle linebacker, had a good practice, gained 1 point of awareness and pursuit, 2 important abilities for a linebacker. That his overall jumps up a point to an 83 overall, so that is good to see. Stephen Monroe, our first-year quarterback, has joined the 70 overall club as his throw power increased, and he is now a 70 overall. So all 3 of our quarterbacks now in the 70s overall. Another leap for Damon Hodges, our rookie outside linebacker, gained +1 play recognition and +1 block shedding, bringing him up to a 78 overall. So a good week of practice for him as well. And the biggest jump by far is Shaquille Mason, who continues to boom this season. As you can see, he had an elite practice, and he made gains in catching traffic, short route running, and awareness, plus his spectacular catch, awareness, and catching traffic potentials. And he's up to a 73 overall now, as he gained 1 point in his overall rating. If we look at the history of Shaquille Mason, as you can see, he has just been almost every week been improving, including at the end of the preseason where he gained +4 in 1 week in catching traffic. So he's definitely a player who's going to boom, as he's up to a 73 overall now. If we look at the overall progress on our team now, we actually have a couple players now who have gained +4 since the beginning of the year. Stephen Monroe has now joined that club with Derek Griffey, as he's gone from a 66 to a 70 since the beginning of the season. And you also see Shaquille Mason, who we just talked about, with that 1 point gain from this past week. He's gone from a 70 to a 73. So overall, it was a good week of practice, much better than last week. Take a look at the entire USFL. We can see there's even a player who jumped 2 points of overall in 1 week this past week, in Perry Barclay, the quarterback for the Ohio Glory. So it's definitely possible to make bigger gains, as we see some of these players from these other teams make. All right, with that, let's go ahead and go in game and start getting ready for our game against the Pirates. All right, we're in game. Let's first take a look at how negotiations are going. And one thing I wanted to do was sign Shaquille Mason to a contract extension. Of course, as we saw in the Madden trainer tool, he has been rapidly increasing his ratings, and I think it's better to sign his contract now before he gets too high. And he's the type of player I do not want to lose. So he doesn't have much re-sign interest, but let's see if we can possibly sign him. See if we give him a player-friendly deal, say for 3 years. All right, and he signed. And so all these other players, I think I'm still at the point where I just want to take a wait-and-see attitude. We have a couple of running backs whose contracts are expiring. Calvin Truman, he's made some decent plays this season, but he's only 65 overall at 21 years old, although it would be relatively cheap to re-sign him. I think I want to wait a little bit longer before offering him. And same thing at the quarterback position. Jerry Goldberg, we're probably going to end up having to re-sign him, given the age of our starting quarterback. So, Justin Herbert. So I want to wait another week or two before offering him. I want to make sure he's going to be able to continue to improve. Jake Moody, of course, it would be an important signing, as kicker is important with the mod I'm using. He hasn't missed many kicks, but he does want a $6.7 million total contract, which seems a bit high for me, especially when we only have $9.3 million in cap room. So I'm not sure we're gonna have the luxury to offer him that type of deal unless we do some renegotiation of contracts or something like that. So I think I'm gonna hold off on any more negotiations. So on the depth chart, we are getting a couple players back, which is a good thing. We're getting Derek Perriman back, and we're also getting Martavis Moore back. Numbers-wise, I think we're fine on the active roster, although I could probably afford to demote a wide receiver. The thing I'm afraid of is I don't want to lose one of these young wide receivers if I put him on the practice squad. So I think for now I'm going to keep him on the active roster. And the one thing I'm going to want to do is make sure that our depth chart is okay after bringing Martavis Moore back. And I see Shaquille Mason. I think I'm going to move up the depth chart to third, since he has been improving rapidly. He's up to 75 now, including with his morale adjustment and so forth. I'm fine with Quan George being fourth. And Burrell is hurt, so we can put Gabe Pritchett. I'm trying to see if we want Pritchett or Gibson as in that sixth spot. I think Pritchett would probably be the best fit there, as he has more speed and acceleration. So I think I'm fine with that lineup right there. At running back, so Perriman and Vernon are pretty much neck and neck now, as Vernon has made some improvements and Perriman has actually been going down thanks to being hurt and just for not practicing well this year. But I think I'm still going to start Perriman, as he seems to still be performing a little bit better. So I'm going to continue to have him as the starter. Truman, I like the way he's been playing when he gets into the game. The small amount of times he's been on the field. He's obviously had more playing time since Perriman was hurt. So I'm going to keep him actually ahead of Henley. Henley's only temporarily ahead of him in overall, due to morale. So I think I'm going to leave that as it is. All right, I think that's all we need to do now. Let's go ahead and kick it off against the Shreveport Pirates and see if we can get back in this division. All right, Breakers will be getting the football first as we kick it off here. Fifth consecutive home game for the Breakers. Trying to atone a 10-point loss earlier in the season. Shreveport Pirates have actually been one of the better teams in the conference so far this year. Justin Herbert starting out in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to Perriman on the first play. Perriman gets a little bit of room to the outside, breaks a couple of tackles, and he gets 12 yards. So a good start for Perriman, who's been out for the last couple of games with an injury. Off to a good start. Herbert heads off to Perriman, who gets a lot of room up the middle. And for a second consecutive time, Perriman gets a first down and a big gain. And the Breakers now have it at the 49-yard line. Play action by Herbert. And that is almost intercepted, thrown right at the defender, Contreras. That was an unusual throw by Herbert there. It's going to be second down and 10. Herbert back to throw again. He throws it over the middle, complete this time, and that's going to be another Breakers first down. That is Shaquille Mason with the catch. And another first down for the Breakers at the 35-yard line of Shreveport. Herbert hands off to Vernon this time. Vernon gets his first carry, and that goes for 2 yards. It's going to be second down and 8. Perriman back in the game. Herbert back to throw. Can't find anybody. Now he throws it, and that's the incomplete. As the throw had to be rushed a little bit there. Third down and 8 at the 33-yard line. Perriman alone back in the backfield as Herbert back to throw. He throws it wide open to his number 81, and that is caught for a first down. That is Faulkner, his first catch. And that goes for 22. Perriman with the handoff has some room up the middle, and he gets to the 1-yard line. Yeah, this could be second down and 1 yard to go. As a flag now comes onto the field, this might be a false start. So that's going to make it second down and 6 now. Herbert hands off to Perriman, and Perriman's going to score a touchdown. So Breakers offense drives right down the field on the opening drive. Perriman coming back with a vengeance. And it's 6-0. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0 Breakers. Arnold Anderson comes onto the field, MVP candidate so far this year with 17 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He starts in the shotgun here. And he gives to number 37. That is Waddle with the carry. That goes for 5 yards. It's going to be second down and 5. Anderson back to throw. He completes it to number 88. That goes for 14 yards and a first down. As Morris with the catch. First down and 10 for Shreveport at the 45. Anderson hands it off. That is Hargrave with his first carry. That goes for no gain. And Wolford made the tackle for the Breakers. Second down and 10. Anderson back to throw, completes it. And that's be a short gain of about 4 yards. That is Wood making the catch. It's now third down and 6. Anderson back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a first down. As Word with another catch. He actually caught it beyond the first down marker, but he was able to run after the catch to get the first down. Hargrave goes for 9 yards. It's going to be second down and 1. Hargrave gets just enough for the first down, maybe a gain of 2 yards, but it's going to be a first down for Shreveport. And we have flags once again, and this is going to be a false start on Shreveport. Let's make it first down at 15. Hargrave gets to carry once again. Make that was Lowry this time, who has subbed in. That's a gain of 4 yards. It's going to be second down and 11. Play action by Anderson as he throws it towards the sidelines, but it was not able to be caught. That's going to make it third down and 11 at the 35-yard line. Anderson back to throw. And he's going to run over the middle, but he's short of the first down by about 6 yards. So we're probably going to see a field goal attempt here by the Pirates. This will be a 46-yard attempt. And it is good. And it is now 7-3 New Orleans. Quick throw by Herbert. That is caught. About a yard short of the first down. That is Quan George with his first catch. It's now third down and 1 yard to go. Perriman with the carry has a bunch of room to the left side. And he gets all the way to the 27-yard line. So Perriman getting off to a great start. Now already has 55 yards rushing and only 5 carries. Herbert under center. And he gives to Perriman, who gets no yardage that time. It's going to be second down and 10. And that pass is going to be incomplete by Herbert. It's going to be third down and 10 now. Herbert back to throw. He dumps it off to Perriman, but that's going to be well short of the first down. Only a 2-yard gain, so I think we'll see a field goal attempt here. This will be a 42-yard attempt, but we'll have the end of the first quarter before that attempt is made. It is 7-3 New Orleans. So Moody on to kick. It is good. And so it is now 10-3 Breakers over the first down and 10 for the Breakers. Herbert to throw. He's getting pressured, and he throws it away. That's going to be second down and 10. Herbert hands to Perriman. And that's about a 2-yard gain. This will be 3rd down and 8 yards to go. Herbert throws it deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Intended for Saunders, I believe, who couldn't come up with the football. That was certainly a catchable ball. And so the Breakers offense goes 3 and out. And this is going to be returnable. They'll have the 38-yard line. Anderson coming out in the shotgun. And that is Waddle, who only gets a yard. It's his 3rd carry. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Play action by Anderson. And that is caught. That is Zach Pickens, who was well covered but still came up with the catch. That's only a 2nd catch. But that's a big play for Shreveport, as their offense has struggled much of the game. 1st down and 10 at the 34-yard line of the Breakers. Hargrave rushes for 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 7. Anderson's going to take off and run. He has some room up the middle, and he slides at the 10-yard, near the 10-yard line. I'm going to say he's down to 12. So another 1st down for Shreveport. Anderson back to throw. And Anderson completes it for a short gain. This will be 3rd down and 7 at the 9-yard line. Anderson back to throw. He's going to take off once again. He's going to find the end zone. And the Pirates scored their 1st touchdown of the game and are within an extra point of tying it. Herbert to throw, and that is incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down and 6. Lots of drop passes for Breakers receivers this game. Herbert to throw. He has a wide open receiver, and that is Saunders all the way down to the 32-yard line. Herbert under center. Perriman gets the handoff, has some room up the middle. And he gets it all the way to the 20-yard line. Must be first down at the 20-yard line for the Breakers. Herbert back to throw. And he has an open receiver all the way to the 4-yard line. And that appeared to be Shaquille Mason. And so it'll be first and goal for the Breakers at the 4-yard line. Perriman gets the handoff and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. And so the Breakers offense gets back that touchdown that Shreveport just had on their previous drive. Extra point by Moody is good, and it is now 17-10. It's be second down and 10. Play action by Herbert. He's going to throw it deep. He has an open receiver. It is caught by Martavis Moore all the way down to the 31-yard line. Herbert just floated it up there for Moore. And that goes for 30 yards. So a big play for the Breakers offense. Herbert to throw once again. And that is incomplete. It's be second down and 10. Herbert audibling at the line of scrimmage. He's going to throw once again. He dumps it off to Perriman. But that's going to be a 3-yard loss. It's going to be third down and 13. Herbert throws it over the middle and it's incomplete. And as the linebacker was able to get his hand up to deflect the pass, and the field goal unit said, come on, Moody's going to try and kick a 50-yard field goal. And it is good. Moody kicks a 50-yard field goal, and so it is now 20-10 New Orleans. Goodwin in the shotgun. Dive and catch is made there at the 22-yard line. Big play for Shreveport. As Goodwin made an excellent throw there. So first down and 10 at the 22-yard line for the Pirates. As Hargrave makes a move, he's bouncing out to the outside. And he gets about 6 yards. It's be second down and 4. And it looks like we're going to get another false start penalty. Hargrave with the carry, he makes a move. And he gets it all the way to the 10-yard line, and that's going to make it first down and goal for Shreveport. That's going to go nowhere. That's going to be no gain for Lowry. Good one in the shotgun. He throws it in the end zone, and that is broken up nicely there by number 35. Third down and goal now for Shreveport. Good one back to throw. He's going to feel the pressure and he's going to go down for a sack. That is Brown. And so Shreveport's going to attempt a field goal here, a short field goal, 30 yards. And it is good. And so Shreveport cuts the lead to 7 points once again. Perriman gets the handoff and he has some room up the middle once again. And a big game for Perriman once again, who takes his 20th carry now all the way to the 22-yard line of Shreveport. Vernon in the game now in the game for the Breakers as Herbert goes play action here, and that's going to be incomplete as Herbert kind of threw it across the field. It's going to be second down and 10 now. Herbert back to throw, throws it over the middle, and that's complete to Martavis Moore. He fights near the goal line. And Shreveport actually calls timeout. So Breakers has it first and goal at the 1 yard line. Perriman gets the handoff and he's in for the touchdown. Derek Perriman having a monster game. Gets another touchdown. It's going to be third down and 3. Good one back to throw. He's going to get sacked. That is Bird with the sack. It's fourth down now. Shreveport has to go for it. Good one back to throw. He's going to get sacked once again. This time Oscar Wallace gets in on the action as he blew up somebody on the offensive line for Shreveport. And he was able to get the good one. And that's going to do it for the Pirates. And that's going to do it. Breakers are going to take this one 27-13 in somewhat of an upset against division rivals and the division leading Shreveport Pirates, avenging an earlier season loss. So big win for the Breakers, winning 27-13 over the Shreveport Pirates. Getting another big win after the very poor start, 0-4 start to the season. And how about Derek Perriman getting 152 yards rushing on 23 carries and 3 touchdowns. So Perriman, who had been hurt, comes back with a vengeance. And the way the Breakers were able to run the ball was a big factor in this game, keeping that Shreveport offense off the field. And the Breakers defense also contributed to this victory, as the Breakers actually got 4 sacks in this game, and I don't think Shreveport got any. So Shreveport was only held to 177 yards passing on offense, which is a big factor. Shreveport has two of the best receivers in the USFL. And so kudos to the Breakers secondary for keeping them in check all game long. Shreveport only going 6 of 15 on third down conversions. So that is a big win for us in this game. And so that'll get us back in playoff contention after the very poor start, and even probably for the division as well. We just have to keep the momentum going. It did help having five consecutive home games though, and so that means we're gonna have a bunch of road games a majority of the rest of the season. So that's going to be a factor. But if we can continue to play like we're doing, we should be fine. So with that, I appreciate you watching the video again. Be sure and like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.